I guess these were the living quarters. This was probably a bedroom here. Let's go inside. Now, Tikal was the most powerful city. Whew. I made it to Tikal, El Mundo Perdido, or the Lost World. Now, I haven't made it to the interesting part yet, but I'm just hiking through the woods right now. I'm also a little sick, so that's just making things worse. But anyways, I'll see you over there. I think those are the monkeys screaming around. It's a pretty ugly noise. Alright, before we get to the main plaza, I want to show you one of the steam baths. The Mayans used to use steam baths a lot, and this is what one of them looks like. They use this for medicinal use and for any rituals, probably just to chill out too. Now, they worked on the basis of water vapor somehow. Couldn't explain to you how, but this is where the Mayans, over 1,000, maybe even 2,000 years ago, would chill out and have a good time. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Alright, we made it to some palace of sorts. Let's see what it says. It's called Maler Palace, Palacio Maler. Okay, it was named after the Austrian explorer who found it and used it as his campsite. So the issue with a lot of these Mayan ruins is a lot of people don't know what they were used for, especially Tikal. There's not much written or recorded history, so a lot of it is just inferring what these places could have been used for. So this is one of the places where they don't really know what it was used for. It looks like there are stairs or stands of something to watch maybe a ceremony go on here. The mines are obviously very ceremonial. I wonder what it must have been like for that Austrian explorer to come across this in the middle of the forest. Well, he probably wasn't the first one, but whoever the first explorer was, I wonder what that was like. Just being a little stranded in the forest. Ooh. What do we have up here? This is one of the temples, and this is the main square here. These are two of the biggest temples, and this is where the Mayans would come together. I believe this is where they did commerce, and this was kind of like the central park. And then these temples were typically where the royalty was housed, or in some cases the tombs of past kings were located in these temples. So just imagine a bunch of Mayan folk 200 years ago, sorry, 2,000 years ago, all the way to like 500 years ago, using this for commerce and getting together. And then this right here is the infamous the Mayan ball game, where sometimes some historians say the winners were sacrificed, some historians say the losers were sacrificed, but it was a game where in the middle there, that was a playing field, and then they would have two hoops and a ball, a bouncy ball, that you couldn't use your hands for. You had to use your knees, hips, elbows, and I think it was 2-on-2 typically. And some historians say that the winners would get sacrificed to the gods as a prize for winning. That was seen as an honorable way to go out, to be sent to the gods. And some historians say it was losers that were sacrificed and killed for losing the game. Now, it's most probable that sacrifices didn't happen every game. It was a very rare occasion. Most often, people would just come there, and those are the stands on each side, and they would watch, and they would play, and just have a good time, just like we do nowadays with our sports. So not much has changed, in some ways. Wow, what a view. And this city used to have 100,000 people almost living in it. This is just the main part of it, so it wasn't 100,000 people packed here, but still pretty incredible to think 2,000 years ago what life would have been like. just fell into that hole, which would have been pretty unfortunate. Anyways, let's see what more there is. Let's go over that way. Gotta be careful not to fall here. That was a close call. Jesus Christ. It's a very hot day. It's above 30 degrees. There's another courtyard area here. Looks like they had a lot of courtyards and watching areas and palaces. Probably because there's nothing much more to do but meet up in a central area and do ritual ceremonies, maybe give speeches, just communicate the way we do now all day on social media. I guess this was their social media, actually meeting up in person. Wonder what it was like living here. I mean, all you really had probably was rocks. This was your furniture, your couch, your little balcony porch area. And this was probably for royalty too. The other folks, I guess they lived just outside in the open. And it is warm here, so at least it's doable. Technology wasn't too advanced back then, obviously, so all they really had was staircases in stone buildings like these. Let's see, what does this sign say? Black poisonwood is known for the irritations it causes on eyes and skin, even though there has been no physical contact with the tree. It is a grayish bark. Its fruits are yellow colored and orange when mature. I wonder if you can eat them. It is feared by the locals for the allergies and burns it produces. So I wonder where it is. How does it look? Grayish bark and spirally arranged. I'm not a plant guy, so probably embarrass myself here trying to identify it. I'll just go around touching various leaves and see which one burns me. Oh, maybe, is this it? Ah, probably not. That's way too many leaves. Should be careful for snakes too. There's a lot of wildlife here. There's also jaguars, but it's very rare to come across one. And hopefully we keep it that way. Alright, it looks like I've gotten off the beaten path. I haven't seen a person in a while now. At least this is more of a trail, but before it was just like a bunch of these roots. But anyways, we're going to another plaza area. Wow, this place is eerily empty. It's just me. And I get to take in the magic of this place. Beautiful scenery, and then over here, this place is called the Palace of the Grooves. And they named it that because of the grooves in the walls. And this, I can say for a fact, unlike before, is a residential place. So let's go inside and see what the bedrooms were like. Let's go through this narrow opening here. Let's hope there's no creepers waiting for us here. Ooh, there's a bird. Wow. Just imagine the Mayans living here 2,000 years ago, maybe 1,000 years ago. Tikal was the main, is that it? Okay. I guess these were the living quarters. This was probably a bedroom here. Let's go inside. Now, Tikal was the most powerful city in the ancient Mayan civilization ever. It was the main headquarters here in Guatemala, but in general, the Mayan civilization in Mexico was also ran by the authorities here at Tikal. So this must have been a bedroom. Wow, imagine living here and going to bed. You just had a hard day's work in the fields, fighting jaguars, and you come here to rest. No TV, no kitchen, no bathroom, just yew and stone. It's pretty incredible. I wonder if every bedroom was the same size. Okay, this one didn't have a roof. Poor guy, whoever lived here, had to bear the rain, but it's the same size other than that. So this was like the Mayan hotel of the past. And again, okay. What do we have here? Maybe there was one person living here, another person in here. Now this was also probably for the richer, more influential Mayans, because this does not fit 100,000 people, that's for sure. Looks like this place actually has a legit bed. Not one I'd want to sleep on, but a bed nonetheless. Let me turn my light on. And then there's a little window here for any peeping toms. Anyways, unfortunately my battery is about to run out, so I wonder what else I can do. Now you might be wondering, as I was, why did Tikal fall? What made this Mayan ruin a ruin that was abandoned and not a place that kept thriving and kept building? And the reason is, well, we don't know the reason. There's a couple different theories. I'll put some of them on the screen because I can't remember them right now off the top of my head. But anyways, I'm gonna shut off my camera, save some battery, and then if I come across anything else that's exciting, I'll show you guys. But if not, I hope you enjoyed the little tour here of Tikal, the most influential, famous, well, maybe not the most famous, but the most influential, biggest city in the Mayan Empire. And if you did, please like, subscribe. I have one more video here that I'm gonna do tomorrow in Guatemala. And then that's it for my Guatemala series. And then we'll see where I move on to. At that point, I'll have quit my job and gone all in on this YouTube stuff. So there's gonna be a lot more content coming soon. Anyways, peace. And are these the ones that scream, you think?
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
I think this is spider monkey. Although
okay.
I'm by no means
Yeah, you don't know.
expert, but
It does look spidery, long limbs.